Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and happy new month. So we're in the month of February and I've been getting a lot of questions since I traveled. So many questions about relocation and how I did it, different things. People have been all up on my DM and I've been so busy filming video of my journey, my travel, settling in, house hunting, which I'll link everything up here anyways, in case you've not seen those videos. So in this month of February, I just felt like, let me just do a series where we discuss different ways to relocate. The little I know is not I don't know everything, but I'll be discussing extensively on the method which I am on. So if this is something you might be interested in, if this is a video you feel will be helpful and you're interested in, hit that like button right now, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get right into the video. A quick disclaimer, I'm not an immigration officer, neither am I an agent, or I give admission or I give visa. I don't do any of those. I don't issue any of those. I don't recommend agents to anybody. Everything I'm going to be saying in this video is based on my experience and things I've read online. Of course, all this information I'm going to be giving you in this video is something you can go on UK government website, which I'll put on your screen or in the description down below. Go and check the website. You can read anything basically you can read everything you want to know about immigration and different ways to immigrate on the UK government website. You just need to read. There are different ways to relocate to the UK. There are so many ways, so many pathways you can use to relocate to the UK. A lot of people have been relocating through this means. I don't know about relocating to other countries. I'm just going to talk about the one that I am in. Okay, the first one I'm going to be mentioning in this video is the skilled workers visa. Skilled workers visa is a points-based visa that allows you to move to the UK by getting a job from an approved company in the UK that will sponsor your visa to move to the UK. So I'm just going to run through all this process, the ones I know. I'm not going to discuss extensively on them. There are so many YouTubers that make video based, like really detailed videos based on relocation, which you can always check it out here on YouTube, or you can go to the UK government website, as I mentioned earlier, to read about them. Skilled workers visa is a point-based visa that allows you to get an eligible job from an approved company for you to move. So if you're in your country and you're able to get a job with an approved company, an eligible job, then you can easily move to the UK. They will sponsor your visa and all that. The second one is health and care workers visa, which is for nurses, doctors and all that. You can move to the UK with your as a nurse or as a doctor. They all have all these processes have their own requirements and what they ask of you. You just have to check on the UK government website. Then they have another one that is intercompany visa, I think. I'm not very sure of the name, where they transfer you from the company you're currently working in your home country. They transfer you apply for them to transfer you to their office in the UK. So this one is you're working with the same company, but they just moved you from one country to another, if you get what I mean. Another one is ministers and religious visa, I think for pastors or Islamic, I don't know what they call them, but basically for different religions, where they move you from your branch in your home country to the UK to be a religious leader there. Let me put it that way. I'm not very sure of this one, but please read about it. Then they still have the global visa and the scale-up visa. All these things I don't have a very detailed information about them, so that is why I say you should always read it up. But the one I'll be talking about intensively that I used is the student visa, which we are going to be discussing at length in this video. For the student visa, is basically you apply to study in the UK, whether it's your first degree or your master's degree. or your PhD. Anyone, you just apply to study in the UK, get admitted into a university, and then the school will now sponsor your visa to move to the UK, which is mostly what most people do now. Like, that's like, will I say, the easiest way to migrate now, because there are so many things that's been added. I think before now, when you study in the UK, you're only allowed to stay back for a few months to get a job. If not, you move. But now they added extra 2 years to study visa. Like, UK study, after you finish your studies, if you're a master degree, I'm going to talk about the one I'm in. I'm here for my master's. So for master degree, after your 1 year of study, you are allowed to stay back in the UK for another 2 years to be able to look for a job. So after your studies, within the 2 years, you should be able to look for a job that will now sponsor your visa to stay back in the UK, which will now automatically takes you to another type of visa, if you get, which is, I think, the skilled workers visa, or it's just working visa. And for PhD, they give you extra 3 years. For masters, extra 2 years, and for PhD, extra 3 years, which is really, really good and very, very easy to migrate. At least, I mean, when you study, maybe you do a 1 year course in the UK, and then after that, you stay back for another 2 years to get a job that will sponsor your stay back in the UK, which I think is very, very good for anybody that intends to relocate to the UK. Do you apply for student visa? I'm just going to talk about the student visa, like in a summary of what it looks like. Then in my subsequent video, I'm going to break them down in detail. So basically, you apply for a school. And then when you apply for a school, they will give you all the requirements they want you to bring. When you give them all the requirements, most likely most UK university will give you an admission as a master's degree student or as PhD. Most likely you will get the admission. But most times this admission comes with either conditional offer or unconditional offer. Mine came with a conditional offer, which is for me to pay certain percent of my total school fees, and then once I paid the part payment they asked me to pay, and then when they have confirmed the money and everything, they now sent me an unconditional offer. After you've accepted the offer, you've paid your school fees and everything, the next thing is for you to now do the precast interview. Most of the time they will do physical. I heard they do physical interview, but for me, I was not given a physical interview. I just went through, they just sent a link to a form where I filled everything they asked me to do, and then after that they will ask you to send some documents over, like your tuberculosis test, your proof of funds that has your balance school fees and your living expense in the account for minimum of 28 days. They will ask you to send it over. So once they've gone through the precast interview stage and they've done everything, the next thing, they send you your CAS. CAS simply means confirmation of acceptance for study. So you have been confirmed that you can study in the UK, and that this is what you now use to go for your visa application, which is the next stage and more like the final stage, where you apply for a visa with all the requirements they will ask you. And then once they ask you for all these requirements, you need to provide them and then apply for your visa. If you're doing the normal visa stage, within 3 weeks your visa should be out, and then most likely they will give you 2, because the school has already, that's why they ask for most of the things that the visa office will ask you. They will ask you for most of this so that they can verify by themselves, because they don't want a situation whereby they will give you admission and everything, then you go for visa and they will deny you. So they also like to do their background check, at least from what I know from my own experience and from my school. They like to do their own background checks and everything too, so that by the time you submit your visa application and everything, you will likely get it. Another thing I forgot to mention is that if you're coming on for your master's degree or your PhD and you're married with family, they are going to give your dependents visa too. So that is why most families are using this method to migrate to the UK, because it's easier for them to give dependents, they call it dependent visa, to your family. Like if you're married to and you have like 10 children, they will give all your 10 children visa, dependent visa, as far as you're able to prove that these are your children and you have the money to their living expense, you have the money to sustain them for the period of 9 months in your account, they're likely to give. These are just basic requirements they will require from you, of which in my subsequent videos, like I said earlier, I will be breaking them down and making detailed video on them. This video is just like a summary of different ways to migrate to the UK, and then the one that I used. And then from my next video, we're going to be discussing all about applying to universities in the UK, the requirements and the process, everything that I did, everything you need to know, and everything that I know I did when I was applying for school. So I'm going to break them down and tell you all the process and requirements that they asked from me. So from all these things that I mentioned, all these different type of visas and how to migrate, you can go to the UK government website and read more extensively about them. There are so many of them out there which I don't have detailed information on, because I didn't use that type of visa to move to the UK. So this is more like me opening up another series. This month of February, we are just going to discuss everything concerning relocation through students visa, and I'm going to break them down like I said earlier. And then if you have any questions, if you have anything you want to ask me that I won't be mentioning in most of this video, please leave them in the comment. Always ask questions in the comment section down below, so that by the time I'm making my next video, I'll be able to mention them too, or answer the things that I'm not able to answer in previous videos. So if you have not seen my video on how I moved and everything, my travel process and everything, I'm going to put them in the link up below. So expect videos from me like 2 times a week. I intend to be strict on doing 2 times a week, possibly 3 times, I don't know yet. Expect to see more of sit down video this month of February, and then I will still be posting my life updates and settling in and everything update, because most people still want to be seeing those type of video just to help them, especially people that are about to come into the country, just to help them. So I'll still be posting those type of video. So yeah, until next time, I'll see you guys in my next video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Bye.